Sandra, your guide today.
Just arrived in Sicily.
Our driver is Emanuele.
We're going to Messina and Taormina.
And today we are visiting the wonderful town of Taormina, this lovely town, which is one of the most famous tourist destinations in Italy, not only in Sicily. After Taormina, we drive towards Mount Etna. We'll reach the height of about 2,000 meters above sea level, more than 6,000 feet. And on Mount Etna, on the southeast flank of Mount Etna, we'll have lunch, and then we'll visit an inactive crater which formed in 1893. Now we are going to cross part of the city of Messina. Messina is the city that welcomes you to the island of Sicily. It is also called Porta della Sicilia, gateway to Sicily, because Messina is the first city you see when you leave the mainland of Italy. Unfortunately, Messina was almost completely destroyed by a tremendous earthquake in 1908. So nowadays you can see a modern city, but we still have some important monuments from our glorious and long history, since Messina is the second most ancient cities in Italy. It was originally founded by the Greeks in the mid-8th century before Christ, even before the foundation of the great city of Rome. And the Greeks called Messina Zancle, meaning sickle. They called it in this way because of the shape of its port. If you look to the right, there's Messina Port. There's a natural sickle-shaped peninsula. Today we call it San Raineri. At the tip of this peninsula there's a statue depicting the patron saint of the city, Our Lady of the Ladder, the Holy Mary. The statue was put there in 1934 on top of a 16th century fortress. On the walls surrounding the fortress you can read some Latin words. Posse ipsam civitatem benedicimus, we bless you and the city itself. According to the legend, these words were included in the letter that Mary of Nazareth gave to the ambassadors from Messina in the year 42 AD, when they went to Jerusalem to pay homage to the Mother of Christ. Messina was one of the first cities to convert to Christianity, also thanks to St. Paul's preaching. St. Paul was here in Sicily soon after Christ's death. A delegation of citizens, together with St. Paul, went to Jerusalem to meet the Virgin Mary, who was still alive, and according to the legend, the Virgin Mary gave the delegation a letter in which she declared herself the patron saint of the city. Well, of course, this is our tradition. You have seen also the Straits of Messina, the channel that separates Sicily from the rest of Italy. We are at the northeast corner of Sicily. Sicily looks like a triangle, 3 capes. The first cape is right here. Its name is Peloro Cape, Capo Peloro. The tip of Capo Peloro is the closest point to the mainland of Italy, only 3 kilometers, 2 miles, from the tip of Peloro Cape to the mainland. And I told you that the city was destroyed. This big earthquake occurred on the 28th of December at 5:20 in the morning in 1908. It was followed by a huge tsunami. It has been calculated that at least 100,000 people died as a consequence of this earthquake, not only in this city but in the whole Straits of Messina area. But imagine, half of the population of Messina died during the big earthquake. The city was rebuilt on anti-seismic and safety standards. New materials were used, such as reinforced concrete. This was a new material.